The RTX 4090 Ti looks absolutely insane. AMD's going to be refreshing the RX 6000 series, and the 6500 XT looks like absolute garbage. Let's talk about it. Before that, this video is brought to you by the 2022 Leapao C2S portable monitor. The Leapao C2S is a 15.4-inch portable display featuring mini DisplayPort, 2 Type-C ports, and a mini HDMI, making it perfect for those who are on the go. With its slim, lightweight design and IPS screen capable of displaying at 178-degree viewing angles, you'll have no trouble working with this display whether you're in the comfort of your own home or traveling. Not only that, but it comes with built-in speakers and is compatible with PC, Mac, smartphones, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and more. So if you're looking for a good portable monitor, be sure to click the link in the description below. Alright, so we got a lot to get to today, and let's go ahead and start off with the RTX 4090 Ti. That's right, we're already talking about the RTX 40 series, as yes, it should be releasing later this year, and there has been yet another leak from the Twitter leaker Greymon55, who does seem to have a lot of information on the upcoming next generation GPUs from both Nvidia as well as AMD, and here's what he had to say about the RTX 4090 or 4090 Ti. Quote, 1000 watts is not enough. I don't know whether it is 4090 or 4090 Ti, but there's a model that can reach 600 watts. So yeah, this is some absolutely insane stuff, because I think we all knew that the RTX 4090 or 4090 Ti or whatever they decided to go ahead and call it was not only going to be a very powerful graphics card, but also a very power-hungry graphics card. In fact, I wasn't going to be surprised if it was 400 watts plus, and I have been hearing some rumors about 500 plus watts, but 600 watts and potentially needing over a 1000 watt power supply to actually run this graphics card is absolutely insane. Now, of course, all this wattage isn't doing nothing. It is going to be a very powerful graphics card. In fact, people like Red Gaming Tech have said stuff that, like, you know, maybe the RTX 4090 could be somewhere around 2 times or even potentially over 2 times as powerful as the RTX 3090 that we currently have. Now, in terms of, you know, what does this exactly mean? Is it going to be exactly 2 times faster in terms of gaming? I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it is going to be a massive increase, at least 50% faster in rasterized gaming performance, possibly even better when it comes to ray tracing. In fact, I wouldn't be too surprised if we did actually have a SKU that was like around 80% faster than the RTX 3090, because this is supposed to be an absolutely massive jump. They're moving over to a 5nm process. They're going to be making the biggest, baddest GPU possible to try and compete with AMD's RDNA 3, because that thing is supposed to be an absolute monster as it's the first MCM GPU. So yes, Nvidia's going to have to push the absolute limits, and we could be seeing something that is nearly 2 times faster. However, when we're talking about like over 2 times faster performance out of these graphics cards, I think what they mean is, you know, it can do maybe computational work at 2 times or greater the amount of speed. When it comes to actual rasterizing, when it comes to drawing those frames on your screen, I don't think you're going to see really any graphics card that's going to be over 2 times as powerful, but hey, I could be wrong. But either way, if you're looking to run the RTX 4090 or 4090 Ti, yeah, you're going to need one heck of a power supply. But now let's go ahead and talk about AMD's RX 6000 refresh. Now, apparently this information comes from the leaker WJM47196, and according to him and some various other leaks that I've seen online, this could consist of an 18 gigabits per second memory upgrade for all their SKUs. They could be moving to TSMC 6nm, and it could be seeing potentially a slight clock speed increase on all their graphics cards. Honestly, in terms of performance, what I'm expecting to see is probably around like a 10% performance jump. There might be some edge cases where it is faster than that, but yeah, it's not going to be a massive improvement. I think the biggest improvement you're going to see out of getting these 6nm GPUs is that because they are going to be moving over to 6nm from 7nm, that's going to allow them to diversify their product stack a little bit more and should allow them to create more graphics cards for gamers. So I think honestly that's the biggest piece of news when it comes to their refresh. I think they're going to be calling them like the 6950 XT, 6850 XT, and so on and so forth. But yeah, ultimately not going to be super impressive in terms of performance, but hopefully this does allow more gamers to get their hands on a brand new graphics card. And finally, let's go ahead and talk about the RX 6500 XT, because it just launched and there are reviews all over the internet, and it looks like reviewers are absolutely hating this graphics card, which of course is a big shame. Now, when they originally showed it off and I was live streaming their event, which by the way, if you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed, because I will be live streaming every single launch event that comes out if I can go ahead and do so, which I typically can. Yeah, so make sure you're subscribed for that. But in any case, during their live stream, it actually was looking pretty decent because they didn't mention basically any of the flaws during their live stream. of course. So when it came out at $200, I was thinking to myself, yeah, that's a little bit more pricey than I'd like for this class of GPU, but hey, if it has like 8 gigabytes of VRAM, and if we can get this thing, you know, to have a full X16 slot, and it's just going to be a cut down version of the 6600 XT for $200 in the market right now, I suppose I would recommend it for people who are going to be trying to get their hands on something entry level if they can go ahead and get it for the MSRP. Well, it looks like all of that has changed, because at the time, yeah, for some reason I was thinking maybe it would have 8 gigabytes, maybe I just didn't see that they said 4 gigs, or maybe they just didn't say it, I can't quite remember, but yeah, it's a 4 gigabyte card, which, hey, on the one hand, that means that miners aren't going to be interested in it, because Ethereum is going to need, you know, at least, I believe, over 4 gigabytes at this point to be mining on it. Yes, you can mine other coins, but those aren't as popular, so it's going to be not in as many of these miners' hands for sure. But the big problem with this card, actually, there's quite a few problems. So the 4 gigabytes, obviously, that's a big oof when it comes to gaming, as 4 gigabytes is cutting it in today's games. But we also have these other issues, such as it's on an X4 PCIe 4 type of slot. So that what that means is that, you know what, if you do have a X570 board or something with PCIe 4, yeah, it does have enough bandwidth, it'll be fine. But if you have a PCIe 3 board, as many people still do have, this graphics card actually has pretty terrible performance, as it just simply can't get enough bandwidth when it has to reach over into your system memory. Now, the other issues it has is that apparently it has no hardware encoding or AV1 decode, which makes it absolutely terrible for being like a home theater type of PC or just recording your clips. It also apparently only has 2 display outputs, and honestly, with all these various different issues on the card, it's just way too expensive at $200, you know, let alone the probably $300 or plus that you're going to be finding it on the secondhand market. So honestly, I don't recommend anyone purchase this GPU. It's a huge shame. I was hoping this would be something good, but once again, it looks like we're having yet another disappointing GPU launch. But hey, that's just what I think. Do you think the 6500 XT is a good card, or do you think it's a waste of money? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to drop a like. Every time you do so, AMD and Nvidia get more stock. Also, if you want to see more, click here. You won't be disappointed.